Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different because it was raining outside today, but I am lucky to have this gym right around the corner from me with a good rig for muscle ups and good ceiling height. So I'll start by answering your questions from last videos. Arm says, why do my legs always in half L-sit position? Legs are too much to the front when transitioning with rubber bands. Thanks, Mike. I think the number one solution for this is just trying to, really focus on relaxing your legs, relaxing your core when you're doing your muscle ups. Remember that the muscle up is a upper body movement, like 99% upper body. So really focus on relaxing your legs. As you can see in this rep, I'm completely relaxing the legs, and then the legs just follow the upper body so they don't shoot in front of you. Thank you so much for your question, Arm. Jake says, Mike, thank you for another great video. The tip about weighted explosive pull-ups really hit home for me. Thanks to all your advice, I've been able to do either 2 or 3 fairly clean bodyweight muscle-ups, depending on the day, for many months now. And I was just thinking that what I need now is less specific muscle-up training and more raw pulling strength. Today I tried doing sets of 3 explosive pull-ups with a 21 kilo vest, and they felt very heavy. But after I took off the vest, I felt so light that when I went to do an explosive pull-up, I did a muscle-up almost by mistake because I pulled so high. Yeah, I would always recommend doing your, one day like I'm doing here. It's always, or usually Mondays, for my, pure muscle-up workout. And then on Wednesdays, I do my weighted explosive pull-ups. Those two together will really skyrocket your muscle-up progress. Thank you, Jake, for your question and your support. I'm Awareness says, I did my first banded muscle up after watching this video, bro. I normally do 10 kilo and 15 kilo pull-ups for strength, but never quite understood the technique in the muscle up. The band I used was way too easy, so I'm gonna have to go down to a weaker band and should get my first bodyweight muscle up in no time. Thanks for the advice. Who knows, we might bump into each other someday on the bars. I believe we live in the same city in Sweden. Okay, nice. And congratulations to your first banded muscle up. That's a huge achievement. And once we get the technique down, it's just about, getting stronger band by band. So yeah, congratulations. And El Chico says, or asks, how much weight does your red band take? He has a band from Decathlon that, and he does, 5 reps with 15 kilos. So that's his plan to do, and I think that's a great plan. I think the red band that I'm using is around 5 to 10 kilos. I might be wrong, but I think so. And yeah, good plan. And he asks, how many explosives did you do before doing your first strict muscle up? I'm not really sure how many, but I would recommend to be able to do 3 to 5 explosive pull-ups to under your chest before you can do one strict muscle up. And let's see here, another comment. Good information, man. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Mike says, great video. Thank you so much. And Alfredo Marano says, hi Mike, pure gold, great content. It seems we're on the same path, at least when it comes to weight loss. I've lost 5.5 kilos over the past month too, after you told me it could benefit me. I'm still dealing with my wrist pain for now, but hopefully I'll be able to put your tips into practice soon. Yeah, I think I lost around 7 kilos now in body fat. So it really helps a lot. If you have excess body fat and you are planning to lose it, just know that it will skyrocket all your body weight exercises, but especially your muscle up, because it's such a, explosive. You're really pulling your whole body weight over the bar. So yeah, it really, really helps. Handstanding Holly says, I've been doing the overhand grip and my calluses were getting pretty big. Maybe I'll try a normal grip for my next muscle up session. Thank you as always. So satisfying to see your reps so clean. Thank you so much, Holly, for your comment. And yeah, it can be good to switch up a little bit. You can try the overhand grip And as you can see in my reps here, I'm just hanging from my fingers. And because I have my muscle up gloves as well, there's no friction around the bar. So I like to be able to rotate my hands freely and just hanging from my fingers like this. So yeah, you can mix it up and rest your hands for a while. And Devin Calisthenics says, excellent muscle up tips, Mike. I had wrist pain in the beginning, and for me the solution was to use an overhand grip. I think as you get stronger, you can use less of an overhand grip, as your explosive pull-up will launch you up higher and therefore put less pressure on angle and angle on the wrist. Cheers, Mike. Yeah, that's such a great observation, Devin. And yeah, as I said, it's good to switch things up. If you have some wrist pain, you can try another grip and so on. Really good advice. And thank you so much for all the questions. And if you have any other muscle up questions for me, just ask them in the comment below this video and I will answer it in the next video. And let's get into the muscle up technique for a while. So my recommendation is, when you're training with your resistance band as a beginner, try to use the cleanest technique as possible from the beginning. Because if you're kipping with the resistance band, it's really hard to get rid of when you get stronger. It's like you teaching the body how to kip. So the technique that I'm using is, as always, I like to grip the bar a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And I like just hanging from my fingers. I'm not using an overhand grip. And one of the most important thing is the pull-up timing. So as you can see in my muscle ups here, I'm pulling as I'm starting to go back in the swing. So right about there. So usually I'll say when you're parallel to the bars is when you want to start pulling up. And you want to relax your core and your legs completely. And when you're pulling up to your, almost under your chest, you want to pull the bar explosively towards you. Okay, so that is the transition. And as you're pulling the bar towards you, you also want to throw the chest over the bar. So doing those two things together will really skyrocket your transitioning power. And then just pushing up to the dip is the easy part. And another important thing is that you want the transition to be fast, okay? You want to roll the bar towards you fast and throw the chest over the bar fast. So you don't want to be slow here. You really want to accelerate over the bar. And if you want all my tips emailed to you in an ordered list with videos to each tip, I would really recommend downloading my free muscle up technique checklist. It's a really good thing to have before every muscle up workout to remind yourself of the technique. And you can download it by clicking on the link in the description below. And thank you so much for watching this video, and ask me any questions you might have on your muscle up journey and I will answer it in my next video. Take care, guys.